Hey, we're back at the top again today with yet another type to go back over. Back in week 40 on the road to Pokemon Sun and Moon, we looked at a very airborne type. It's been a long time since that video, but I did say I'd go over every single type to see what Generation 7 improved or made worse about each type, while also going over what I said to see if any of those ideas made sense. With that, let's take flight and go where no person has gone before as you look at the flying type, the 16th type that we looked at from over a year ago. Anyways, time to get airborne. Whee! Ah! Now, usually the flying type is paired with another type, except for the pure flying type, which is Tornadus. So, mostly every flying type tends to be reliant on its other type to define itself. I'll explain that as we go over the new flying types that were introduced in Generation 7. Even though Decidueye is a grass ghost type, I'm still going to mention Rowlet and Dartrix, as they are a grassy owl, grass flying. Toucanon is a toucan, so it ends up with the normal type alongside it. Oricorio is a gimmick Pokemon, so its typing changes with whatever island's nectar it picks up. Minior is a floating rock, so I'm not sure why that it makes it a flying type. Lunatone and Solrock don't get that treatment. Celesteela doesn't have wings either, but it's an Ultra Beast, so it gets a pass. I also just foreshadowed a bunch of things just now, but I'll get to that later. We have the updates to the flying type to get to. And now we move on to the new moves, and unfortunately, akin to more recent generations, and this generation specifically, the flying type suffers from getting little to no moves at all. Even in Generation 6, it got 0 non-signature, non-legendary moves. I mean, it's a bit better this generation, but not by much. Let me explain. Beak Blast is a 100 base power move, and its signature move of Toucanon, where the user first heats up its beak, then attacks the target. However, making direct contact with the Pokemon while its beak is heating up results in a burn. So this one is a signature move that Toucanon only can use. The other move is a General Z-move Supersonic Sky Strike, so this one's irrelevant. Do you see what I mean? The flying type of the last two generations has gotten no moves that a wide variety of Pokemon can use. Okay, so Gearhart said it's okay for me to do a paragraph, so I'm gonna get this going. I recently updated his computer, so I think it's time to look at the updates to the flying type. Wingull gets a new ability of Hydration, while Pelipper now gets Drizzle. Dodrio ain't sleeping with the fishes now, as he's a fast little guy, gaining 10 speed to get to base 110 speed. Noctowl actually has a chance to fight back. Can't break his neck anymore. He's got a special attack boost, upping it to 86. Mantine can take a hit too. Man, this is unfortunate. I liked winning, but now it has a base HP stat of 85. Butterfree can now learn Air Slash. That's gotta hurt. Gyarados and Swallow can now learn Hurricane. The fuck? Gyarados, you're not a bird. Get back in the water. Delibird can be my power drill as it gets Drill Peck. Mantine can Roost. Oh, right. Actually, I beat him so hard he ended up flying. Gotta keep the theme of the video, you know. Hey, I told you to go away last time. Ugh. Okay. You never let me have any fun. Sorry if that's a bit cringy, but I gotta do something to keep things fresh. Anyways, oh, damn, he went over half the changes already. Well, no use repeating things, really. So, we'll get to the Ultra Sun and Moon changes. What? Wait, there aren't any either. I've been had again! Well, since head cases shouldn't be an issue anymore, let's look back to see what I said in the previous video. It's been nearly 18 months since that video came out, so I don't expect you to know everything that was said. So we'll explain it and find out the results thereafter. Now, with every generation, we have gotten new flying types. The problem I mentioned in the previous video is about mono-flying types. Tornadus is the only Pokemon to fly the skies without the need for another type. Problem is, he's the only one out of all 802 Pokemon. This didn't change in Generation 7, as all flying types introduced had another type latched onto it. Maybe next generation we can get a Pokemon that only has the flying type. I heard rumors that it could be a new evolution. More foreshadowing. Akin to the poison type, we had the same issue with the flying type. That issue is none other than the flying type being defined by its other typing. Everyone sees Pokemon like Zapdos, Noivern, and Ho-Oh by their other type. And once again, we run into the same problem here with the flying type. It especially makes things worse with Oricorio, as its form is literally shown off by its other type. Thanks for making it easier for me to show this problem off, GameFreak. Now with this last improvement, I forgot to mention one thing. I was talking about the lack of physical flying moves. I had mentioned Brave Bird and, well, Aerial Ace, but whoever uses that. What I forgot to mention are the moves Drill Peck and Acrobatics. Although Acrobatics is entirely situational, it still should count for the fact that this move can be 130 base power with the right conditions met. But in comparison, the special flying type moves are much more common. Hurricane, Air Slash, Air Cutter to an extent. But then again, what am I saying? That's actually pretty close to the number of physical moves. Did I accidentally put in a dud improvement? Maybe. We did get Beak Blast though, but we don't talk about signature moves here as they don't help us toward our goal of making types more powerful and useful. Let's take to the skies now as we look back at the type chart to see if we can mark off any of the unused type combinations using the flying type. However, knowing how much the flying type is dependent on the other type, we probably don't have many type combinations to cover here. Remember that this chart does not take into account of Megas, Legends, or Forms. I'll let you know if one of any of the new Pokemon break these rules. Before Generation 7 began, the flying type had yet to be paired with nothing actually. The only type combination is the flying type by itself, which is already covered by the legendary Pokemon Tornadus. And we already covered this in the video. This type combination did not get used. Well, that was fast. Flightlessly put, that's all the changes in the updates to the flying type. What changes do you like? What do you dislike? What would you have changed? Am I too flighty for you? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed and want to climb to the top, go ahead and smack the like button as high as it can go, and subscribe to start the climb today. With that, I want to thank you for watching, and I'll catch you back at the top later on, because that's how we do what? Wait, where did you come from? Oh man, that was fun! I should punch myself in the sky more often!